Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tracy, and if you don't know me, I have a passion for upcycling clothing and I teach sewing on here. I'm so excited to share this passion project I've been working on with my friend Cassie. You guys probably know her as Blogilates, and you guys have probably seen her iconic pirouette skirt. In 2024, Taylor Swift actually wore the pirouette skirt and it went super viral, and of course came all of the dupes. So Cassie reached out to me and told me she was able to get some of those dupes, and instead of letting all of that fabric go to waste from all of these dupes, Cassie reached out to a couple of designers so we can transform these skirts and give them a whole new life. Both Cassie and I have experienced dupes being created of our design, so I'm so excited to have partnered with her on this project. I knew when she reached out I really wanted to take these dupes and really honor her design, so I created this off-the-shoulder gathered gown, and of course I made a sewing pattern for you guys, so you guys can find the sewing pattern on Cassie's website, and other designer patterns are on there as well to upcycle these pirouette dupes. So the required materials for this project are just skirts, which you actually get when you get the pattern. For this project, you do need an overlock machine, and if you don't have an overlock machine, that's okay because you can use a regular sewing machine. You just need to purchase the Metler Sera Flex thread. It's specifically made for stretch fabrics on your regular sewing machine. So I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. For the digital sewing pattern, you're going to be printing this on either letter size A4 or A0. Mine's letter size, so you're just going to be taping and matching up those stars. So those are just the intersections for the pattern, so you're just going to line everything up against that. So feel free to cut along those lines, tape them together, but I feel like it takes so long, so I just overlap and tape. So each row is a different letter, so you have A, B, C, etc., and then you have pages 1, 2, 3. So you're just going to be taping those pages in that order, so just matching up those stars. And now you can just cut out your pattern pieces. Don't forget that on the digital pattern you can just select your size and only print that size out so you don't have like lines everywhere. Start by taking your skirt and folding that waistband down. Now you will see that seam allowance, and we're going to just take our rotary cutter and just cut off that seam allowance. So now we can separate the waistband from the bottom of the skirt. And by doing that, we end up with a waistband, the shorts, and the mesh gathered skirt. So just set those aside. Repeat to the remainder of your skirts, and you're going to end up with piles of waistband, shorts, and mesh gathered skirts. This will make the upcycling process go a lot faster as we reach for our fabrics. We're going to use the shorts fabric as our lining fabric for the bodice, so I start by taking the shorts and cutting out the crotch seam and the front and back inseams, so I end up separating the shorts. I only ended up using 2 pairs of shorts to create my front and my back bodices. As the sizes grade up, you might need to add another pair of shorts in order to patchwork and have enough fabric for cutting out your front and your back bodices. To get more fabric out of the shorts, I seam ripped that hem and unraveled it. Now you can cut at the side seam of the shorts and remove that side seam completely and straighten it out so we can patchwork these pieces easier and it's completely flat for cutting our bodices. After straightening out those side seams, take your short legs and place right sides together, take it to your overlock machine and sew. Repeat this to another set, and now we're just going to stack one on top of the other to extend the piece. I like to match up that seam so everything lines up later, and I pin it in place. Then I take it to the overlock machine and sew that horizontal seam. It ends up looking like this, and you can cut out your front bodice lining and just repeat this for the back bodice lining. Now for the main front and back bodice pieces, which is going to be composed of the mesh fabric, start by taking one of your mesh skirts. Start seam ripping the ruffled tier so you can end up with 2 rectangular pieces of flat mesh. Start by taking your mesh and you're going to just cut enough width for the bodice piece to fit. And you're just going to repeat this multiple times, so you're going to just patchwork each of these rectangles until you get the length you need for that pattern piece. I had not patterned out the main bodice pattern piece, but I gave it to you guys on the sewing pattern, so here I am just kind of calculating how much fabric I'm going to gather in order for it to fit onto the lining. Patchwork your rectangles together. After you overlock all those rectangles together, you can cut out your front main bodice. After cutting out your pattern piece, gather those side seams so they end up matching exactly to your lining piece. So I ended up using my ruffler foot to actually gather those sides, but feel free to just use a gathering foot or just your regular sewing machine and doing a stay stitch and just pulling on the bobbin to just gather. Take your main fabric and place it on top of your lining for the bodice, and you're going to just join everything at the side seam. So just matching up everything and just pinning those sides into place. I made the mistake of sewing the lining together and then the main fabric together and then attaching everything together at the neckline. The skirt is just way too heavy for that, so please just take the mesh fabric and place it right on top of the lining for the front and back bodices, and then join all 4 pieces together at the side seams. It's going to hold the skirt and you won't need to like go back in and do the stitching at the sides because the skirt is like super heavy. After turning it right side out, just do a 1/4 inch hem at the neckline of the bodice. Now for the hem of the bodice, I am just attaching the mesh and the lining together at the hem. So just pinning it all the way around before I attach it to the skirt. For the off-the-shoulder rectangle, I ended up keeping the original hemline on the mesh and then just joining it at the center to get my rectangle. It just made it easier to not have to hem anything later. After I cut out the front and the back rectangle, I just place it right sides together. I pin those side seams and sew. I do recommend doing a French seam here just because it'll be a nicer finish on the mesh. For the skirt lining, take your shorts and just cut at the side seams, the crotch seams, and the front and the back inseams. I straightened out each piece into like a perfect rectangle. Depending on your size, you might need to patchwork more shorts together. I used about 3 pairs of shorts to create enough fabric for the front and back skirt lining. I take the front and the back skirt lining pieces and place right sides together, pin along the side seams. I take it to the overlock machine and sew, and remember, if you don't have the overlock machine, feel free to just use your Sera Flex thread on your regular sewing machine. For the mesh overskirt, you guys can see that I didn't give you guys a sewing pattern for that because it's super easy. We're pretty much just taking these gathered rectangles and sewing them together. So start by taking one of your mesh skirts first and cutting down one side seam. Reference the chart right here. I'm making the size small, so my top rectangle needs to measure 34.5 inches, so I'm just cutting that out. Set the excess fabric to the side, and now you can grab another skirt, cut down one side seam, and you end up with a long rectangle. So now you're going to just take the ruffle and pull those ruffles towards you while you take your rotary cutter and just trim along that mesh so it's not visible and you just end up with a ruffled trim. Repeat this to the rest of your skirts. So you're just pulling back that ruffle and just cutting that mesh piece off. So you're pretty much just ending up with ruffled rectangles that you're going to end up attaching together. Start by just taking your trims and placing right sides together and joining them to make them even longer. And by sewing those seams, it's going to be so much easier to attach it to the skirt without having to pause, sew the seam, attach it. I recommend sewing those seams and repeating it so you just extend your ruffled trim until you have no more skirts left. It's going to make it easier when you're attaching it to the skirt. Take the top rectangle, and on the ruffled tier at the hem, you're going to take your ruffled trim and just place it along that hemline. So just place it right there, take it to your sewing machine and stitch all the way until you get to the other end. Don't forget to back tack when you reach the end. Then I take the rotary cutter and then trim off the excess. And repeat this to the following tier along the hemline. Take your ruffled trim, place it along the hem, and stitch. Do this until you have a total of 5 ruffled tiers. And feel free to add more tiers or take away tiers depending on your desired length. This design will also look super cute as a mini dress. Now that you have 5 ruffled tiers on your mesh skirt, you can just place right sides together and close that seam. So pin along that seam and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. After testing the skirt on your body or your dress form, you can go ahead and remove that top mesh layer. It just made it easier for us to hold the skirt, but now you can just get rid of it by pushing the ruffle towards you and just trimming that mesh so you keep the ruffle. Take your skirt lining and place it inside your mesh skirt so both right sides are facing out. Make sure the seam on the mesh skirt is lined up with the center back on the lining. Take your lining and your mesh skirt. When you match it up at the waistline, just make sure the mesh skirt is extended like a 1/4 inch above the lining. Just want to make sure the ends of the ruffles get sewn on the inside of the dress and you don't see them on the outside. After pinning both skirt layers, grab your bodice and just place right sides together. Match your side seams, your center front and center back. As I pin the bodice into place, I'm making sure to line up the bodice with the lining of the skirt. Like I said, we want that 1/4 inch of the ruffled skirt to stick out, so it'll be sewn on the inside and we don't see those edges on the outside. After pinning everything into place, I like to take my needle and thread and just hand baste everything. It just makes it so much easier when I take it to the sewing machine and I don't have pins in the way. I take it to the sewing machine and following the top waist of the lining skirt, I sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Don't forget to use your Sera thread because as you stitch horizontally, the dress will still stretch around your body. After sewing that seam, remove those basting stitches, trim your seam allowance, turn it right side out, and you end up with a perfectly clean, finished, and sewn gathered skirt to your bodice. Hem the skirt lining with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Take your off the shoulder rectangle with the wrong side facing you, and along the hem of the rectangle, you're going to take your bodice and just find the center front and center back and just pin along the top and the back neckline until you reach the end of the notches. So pin that into place. And when you roll down the shoulder piece, you'll see that the right side will be facing outwards and it'll be nicely finished. After you pin the front and back into place, just take it to your sewing machine and do a top stitch. Don't forget to back tack. And here's how the final dress turned out. This project is a reminder that original design matters, sustainability matters, and creativity always finds a way. So thank you so much, Cassie, for trusting me with this fabric and this story. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you do recreate this design, don't forget to tag me and Cassie. We would love to see your final dresses. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.